Sup guys, Dev here on a sweltering July afternoon. It's fucking warm. I'm sure you can tell. But I figured it's time for another set tour. Maybe a couple of you noticed there's a new coach. I think we mentioned it in one of the newer episodes. Maybe it's not out yet, I'm not sure. When Alan moved with his girlfriend, he did take his couch, obviously. But a bunch of other things actually changed around here as well. So I figured I'll just show you our new setup because we did do a bunch of really cool stuff here. A big addition is the second screen. We put the TV and then this screen both into that computer. This does give us a number of benefits. During two-screen games, like for example Pokemon Soul Silver, the second screen can go down there. And during games that are just one screen, like Banjo or Zelda or whatever, we have a timer down there letting us know exactly how long we have left. Additionally, we also have these awesome speakers that are quite nice, which really improve the sound quality of the show. Camera Lady bought an Elgato, which is sitting right there in the cabinet. It's a really good capture device. I know the Born Losers gaming guys use it. I know Spoony uses it. I know the Blaster Nation people uses it. It is basically the go-to for any kind of video capture hardware. Unlike Al, who liked to have all of his consoles just set up in this cabinet, we collectively have all of ours just here off to the side. Mainly because we don't need to be sucking up tons of power all the time, just having them all plugged in. We just pull them out whenever we need them. Usually these only get broken out for the show, like these older ones. And the Wii U is there too. But like for the most part, we just kind of play Dave's 360 whenever we're gaming off the show. And then these ones just get used whenever it's showtime. Now the closet's different as well. One, it's actually clean. You can actually walk into the fucking thing. I don't know if you guys remember last time, but it was just terrible. Yeah, down there's actually room to go down the closet. Things are simply a lot more organized. We can hang any costumes. For example, like this jacket here, this high school football jacket's being used in an upcoming video. We have the Banjo shirt, this is right here, the Santa costume, the Zelda shirt, it's all kind of here. Camera stuff, random props and things. This tote is actually a tote full of props and just silly hats that we've used over the years. Some lighting equipment, some green screen equipment. Basically, oh yes, and of course, behind everything is the Master Sword. Basically, we now have a dedicated place to organize everything that we use for all of our various shows and content. As for that whirring sound that you've heard this entire video pretty much, that's this thing here. This is Camera Lady's, I guess you'd call it a processing computer. It's not really an editing computer. She wanted this to actually be downstairs in her place, but it kind of serves a dual purpose of, one, processing footage, and two, if we ever decide to play PC games, like when we get back to Charles Barkley, or if you play anything else, these cables run out here, and so you go back out into our studio. One of them is an HDMI cable, which comes out right here, which can then plug into our Elgato. And the other is this little thingy, which we can put an Xbox 360 controller into. So basically, whenever we're filming, this thing isn't processing footage. Like right now, it's cranking out, I think, an episode of Shovel Knight or something. So right now, it's just kind of chugging away. But whenever we're filming, this thing is turned off so that we don't actually hear anything. But if we ever decided to do a PC game, what we'd do is we would turn off this light, because these lights are fucking really hot. Have this box run the game. Just sort of close the closet door, like so. And you see all the cables come out of the corner there. And we can play our game in here with almost no sound coming from that computer. Before we had to use this computer to play Barkley, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a lot of just fan action because this computer is about 7 years old and it barely runs games. At this point, this computer is only going to be used as a basic media hub and to capture stuff off the Elgato. And even then, this computer can't capture in HD. So when it comes time to capture, for example, like an HD game like on the Wii U or on the 360 or something, what we'll do is we will run the Elgato's capture back through this dongle into the closet PC, which will then capture the HD footage. Because this computer, this is more than capable of capturing HD footage. More than capable. This thing's a fucking beast. Camera Lady built it herself specifically for the show, just to have a computer just to output footage. If you've seen my episode on how we edit our videos, you'll know that, you know, sometimes those After Effects processes can take days and days and days. Well, this computer here is the one that does all of that. This closet computer is the one that's just constantly going, constantly spitting out that footage, while Camera goes and edits it and cuts it down later on. As for new anime reviews, there might actually be one out by the time this was up, I'm not sure. But yes, we are writing them, we're filming them, everything's going according to plan. Basically this house is like it's basically been cut in half into like 2 apartments. Dave and I, and they're both like, and both apartments are like 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 kitchen, 1 living room, just, you know, just like a basic kind of student housing, right? Dave and I live on the upstairs floor, and that's where we are right now. That's where we have the green screen studio and all that. This living room is basically now just a studio. And when Al moved out of here, the downstairs people also moved out. So Camera Lady moved in down there, and down there she has, you know, like a living room, which has become sort of, kind of our main living room, because, I mean, this one is, I mean, the way that it is now with the green and everything kind of stacked on top of each other, it's not that great for socializing, so sometimes we go down there and just kind of hang out. She has her own kitchen, her own bathroom, but the 2 bedrooms, one of them's hers, one of them we're using as a set for new anime reviews. We are actually setting up a completely new SFO room with all the anime stuff, all the posters, all the figurines, all of that stuff. Hoping maybe we'll get some wood paneling in there at some point, because that season 1 SFO with wood paneling was pretty awesome. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Depends on the budget, and that depends on how much, you know, you guys want to see it, because the more people who watch, the more money we get. Like that Elgato was bought with show funds. So thanks for that. Thanks for everyone watching. But on the anime review side of this channel, they are coming. We have a dedicated room for it, and the amount that we can kind of spiff up that room and make it look cool is going to be based directly on the interest that you guys show. So if you like this content, you want to see more, you know, hit that sub button and keep coming back.